Couple of months ago, I was sitting at my desk watching YouTube when Casey Neistat uploads a video called "My Dream Present is Here." That was back when he was vlogging, before he started his completely new 368 project.
This channel is going to be completely new, completely fresh, completely different. Not like a new channel, I'm using this channel, but like the content, a totally new content structure, a new schedule, a new everything.
Dude, it's the same vlogs he was doing before. Anyway, going back to the video, I start watching it, and the moment I see this shot, my eyes immediately are drawn to a familiar shape. Is that gymnastic rings? What's wrong with them? They look different. I watched the whole video and he didn't say a word about it. However, luckily for me, the brand name was visible. Kind of. I checked what's the highest resolution, and that was the moment when I thought to myself, thank you for doing these videos in 4K, that's very useful. Funnily enough, that was the one and the only moment I had this thought. 4K videos on YouTube, in case you need to read a small blurry name in one of the frames. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked too often here. So I'm trying to decipher the name, but the font isn't making it easy for me. I tried different combinations, and after some time I finally managed to find their product. The rings are called Finger Schinder Pi R Squared, and they are basically gymnastic rings with a twist. They are designed for climbers and allow you to train the fingers and the grip. Alright, that's a cool idea. So I hit them up and asked if they want to send me a pair to test it out, and they agreed. There was some delay in the shipping because they didn't have the mounting straps yet, but in the end the package arrived, and here it is. That's the wrong package. There's not much to say about the product itself. They are just like regular 28mm wooden gymnastic rings, but have a thicker grip on one side with 3 notches for finger grip training inside it. These notches have different depth, so the difficulty of each one is different. By the way, I didn't realize how dirty my old rings are. When you compare them, this one is like pure and innocent virgin, and this is a 60-year-old hooker. There are 2 things that I'm gonna be testing out to see if they are better than gymnastic. Better than gymnastic. Better than gymnastic. I'm sorry, I cannot say that. I'm gonna be testing them out to see if they hold up to the expectations. First, I need to be able to use them for the same exercises that I use regular rings for. And secondly, the additional feature of finger grip training has to make sense. If they can do the same things just as good and offer something else on top of it, then maybe they can be considered a superior product. They aren't off to a good start though, because you cannot use them for the Saudi Arabia headscarf costume. That's a big flaw for me. Now let's get to the testing phase. Every hanging exercise is going to work exactly the same, that's obvious. My one and only concern was whether the additional element inside the ring is going to somehow get in the way when doing dips or muscle-ups. As it turns out, it does. When you're doing dips or push-ups and you rotate the rings to lock out the elbows, that extra element jams into your bone and it hurts. It's not like it makes it impossible to perform these exercises, but it's not comfortable. However, if you don't rotate your wrists after each rep, it's fine. Apart from this one small issue, these rings can be used exactly the same as the regular ones. Okay, now let's get to the finger grip training feature. I did some rock climbing and bouldering in the past, and I am climbing stuff on every occasion I get. Hell, I even have my own pair of climbing shoes. Haven't used them for 3 years, but it accounts for something, right? Well, not really. Turns out these grips are so small and my fingers are so weak, I could barely do anything. At first I tried the middle depth grip and I wasn't even able to hang. When using the deepest grip I was able to do a pull-up or 2, but it's super difficult. That's definitely something to have in mind. If you're just starting out, you're gonna have a hard time using it. If you're already climbing, then it's great because there's a lot of room for progression. You can do pull-ups, front levers and all that fun stuff climbers do. So to conclude, if you're an aspiring climber and you want to train your fingers very easily, these rings are great. Not only can you train your fingers, but also the rest of the body, just like with regular rings. However, if you don't rock climb and you were thinking about getting rings, then don't bother with these. Most probably you won't use the finger grips, so regular rings would be a better choice. Thanks for watching guys, hope you liked the video and I'll see you in the next one.